Hey everyone, welcome to the travel vlog. Today, my daughter Alora and I are getting ready to head up to my parents' house in Minnesota. We will be spending about a week and a half with them, and tomorrow my husband Joshua gets ready to fly to Ecuador as he is leading a mission trip there over the next week and a half. So I thought I'd take you all along with Alora and I as we travel, spend some time with my parents, and yeah, just have a little fun and hopefully pass the time quickly until Joshua is back with us. So today is our travel day. Thankfully, we are flying out later in the afternoon, so it is more of a slow-paced travel day, which is really awesome and refreshing because a lot of times, we're getting up super early, grabbing everything, getting out of the house, and it feels like a rushed travel day. So far, that's not the feel of today. So I woke up, had an awesome, delicious cup of coffee, and now I'm just kind of going around the house, getting things a little cleaned. The goal when we travel is always to come home to a nice, clean, organized house. Doesn't always happen, but thankfully with this slower travel day, I think that we will be able to get this house cleaned up. In one of my last videos, I shared kind of a packing and planning video of how I was preparing for this trip, so I'll link that below if you haven't checked it out yet and you're interested. All right, let's get this house in order, and then in just a couple hours, we'll load up the vehicle and head to the airport. Well, we made it to the airport. We're at the Colorado Springs airport. So smooth to go through check-in and security here. There's like no one here. So if that's an option for you, that is the best way, I think, to travel with a toddler. Go to an airport that's less busy, get through that part, and you can connect at a bigger airport. But right now we're just sitting. We did leave our house earlier than originally planned, so we could stop and get some lunch with Joshua, spend a little more family time before our trips. So that was good. Come here, sweetie. Good job. And now we're just waiting to board our flight to Denver, and we'll connect in Denver to head to Minneapolis. We are about 15 minutes away from boarding, so we came to go to the bathroom, get her diaper changed, and feed her, and they have a nursing room here at the Colorado Springs airport. So that is really cool. I have not actually seen a nursing room specific at any of the airports we've been to. I've seen like family bathrooms that are a little larger and more private and have a bigger area if you have little ones, but this is amazing, a nursing specific room. It has a changing table, a sink, a couple chairs, really comfy, cozy. You can come in here. So we just got done, I got done nursing her. That'll be, I think, really helpful that she just got to drink some milk before the flight, and we will go get ready to board our plane now. Good morning. It is the next day. We got in pretty late last night. Well, we landed around 8:30, I think. I don't know, we didn't land very late, but then we went to baggage claim. That was all smooth. But then we went to wait for our shuttle. The hotel that we're staying at, it's the Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott, Bloomington Mall of America location. It's a nice hotel now that we're here, but they have a free shuttle to and from the airport, so I thought that'd be perfect. Well, I called when we were at the shuttle pickup and they said about 20 minutes. I'm okay, and it was like 40 minutes or more, which I don't know, maybe not bad, but when you're expecting them to be in there at 20 minutes, 40 starts to get long, and by this point it is late, like we're after 9 now, 3 hours past Laura's bedtime, so we were getting tired. It was getting a little late, so I didn't film anymore, but we made it. We got comfy and cozy in our hotel, had a pretty good night's sleep. We woke up, both of us woke up on and off, but we did get sleep. I just made some room coffee. It's not the greatest, but it is a good cup of coffee to get going, at least some coffee. We are gonna go downstairs and grab a little bit of breakfast, and then we're actually taking the hotel shuttle back to the airport, and we're gonna hop on a groom transportation shuttle that will take us a few hours north up to mom and dad's, and we are super excited to see them today. I was real quickly, because I don't think I shared this at all, I was just real quickly gonna let you know how Laura did on the flights. I might have mentioned in this video already, I did have a pre-trip packing vlog and planning vlog, kind of where I shared with you my strategy for flying solo with a toddler. Overall, I think it went well. The first flight from Colorado Springs to Denver is short. I mean, you're in the air for like 20 minutes. So, you know, it's like 50-minute full flight time when you consider taking off and landing and all of that. But in air, I think they said 20 minutes, 21 minutes. So it's a super quick flight. That one was so smooth. It is bumpy. I don't know if you've ever flown around the Rockies. I think it has to do with the Rocky Mountains anyway, because anytime you take that little connection from Colorado Springs to Denver, it is usually bumpy. Every time I've done it, it's really bumpy and kind of turbulent, and you're kind of all over the place. And I think that actually, Alora wasn't like super scared, but I do think she was a little startled. She just sat back on me, grabbed my hand with both of her hands, and just stared out the window that entire flight. So it was smooth. I hope she wasn't feeling too afraid, but she did well. She didn't cry or anything like that. So that one was good. And then the next one, we waited in the Denver airport for like an hour and a half, I think, and then we got on our next flight to Minneapolis, and that one is like an hour and a half air time, like 2 hour total time. And she did really good overall. We did have a moment of fussies before the plane took off. I think when we're just sitting there, everybody's loading, and then you kind of taxi out to the runway, that gets to be a little long, and it definitely doesn't, you don't notice you're flying. Like, I think when she can feel when we're in the air, and that's actually better on this flight anyway. So she did get a little fussy and cried a little bit, and I was a little bit like, oh no, but I got out the iPad and we watched Frozen. We did not get out our headphones. It was a packed flight. It was hard to move around, so I didn't end up getting out headphones. She just watched Frozen with no sound, and it worked. So then she was good the rest of that flight, and she was good all the way until about after the 20-25 minute mark of waiting for the shuttle, and then she started to kind of lose it. But we got here, got her some sleep, and we're doing good now. So this should be a wonderful day, and we're super excited to see my parents, Alora's grandma and grandpa. Well, it is now our last day here in Minnesota. I didn't do a whole lot of filming, but we have had an awesome like week and a half. I don't even know how, I think we've been here 10 days. And Joshua is now home, so he made it home from his travels. We are taking today to pack up and get ready and spend just a little bit more time with my parents, and then tomorrow is our travel day. We'll get up, we'll shuttle down to the Minneapolis airport, and we'll fly back. We're doing the same thing we did on the way out, where we will connect in Denver and then fly down to the Springs, and then Joshua will be picking us up from the airport tomorrow evening. We are so excited to see him. We have missed him so much, but we have had a lot of fun here. I worked from here for most of the days, but I did take a couple days off, and we've just been having fun, spending time. We got out my old dollhouse from when I was little, and Alora has been playing with that, and that has been super fun. We went on walks, went over to the park. My parents live a couple blocks from the park, and that was really fun just to get Alora out, and all of us really get fresh air and walk around and explore. And then we have also, we took a day to go see some of my extended family, and then we took a day yesterday to go check out a campground and a lake that we have decided we're going to come camp at this summer. So one of our goals with this trip was to figure out a place that we could reserve a campsite. So Joshua, Tommy, Alora, and I will travel out here this summer and spend about a week with my parents, and my brother might even come, and we'll just have a family camping trip. But yeah, other than that, just hanging out, and it's been fun, but we are ready to get home, and I'll take you guys along on our travels tomorrow, and just hoping that they go as well as our travels did on the way out, and super excited to get home and see Joshua again. Good morning. We made it to the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport. We actually are here a couple hours early, but I'd like to plan it that way. We took 2 different shuttles to get from up north where my parents live down here to the cities, and so just planning some extra time in there in case anything's delayed or you run into any hiccups is always a good idea, but then sometimes you get to the airport and have to wait a while. I don't know if you've seen that commercial. I don't even know what the commercial is for, but it shows the dad, and he's standing there with his backpack smiling real big, and it says showing up to the airport casually 5 hours early or something like that. We laugh. My husband always laughs at me because that's my way of doing it. You know, maybe not 5 hours, but a couple hours early. Just would rather be here relaxing instead of trying to rush and potentially missing flights and things. But anyway, we are just hanging out. We actually got some breakfast at Caribou, and then we found a kids play area, which was awesome for Alora for a little bit. Kept her occupied while we ate breakfast, and she ran around a bit. But then when she discovered the door to run out into the rest of the airport, I couldn't get her to stay in there, so strapped her back up, and now we're just kind of wandering. We'll sit and relax for a while, wander some more. Maybe I'll walk around with her and let her run around a little bit, but just gonna kind of pass this time until we board our flight to Denver. We made it to Denver, and we are ready for the last leg of our trip. It's been a good one, but we're ready to get home and get some rest, and of course ready to see Joshua. Thank you all so much for following along on this one, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.